Good morning, everyone. David Anderson here with Siouxland 360. Saturday morning edition. Rise and shine, early birds. A little later than I normally am, but that's only because I was messing around with some green screen settings and whatnot. So I was playing with something kind of cool. Decided not to actually go live with it today. Maybe I'll pick a day next week to show off some cool graphics and stuff. So again, going live every morning to allow anyone who is interested to come along with me on this journey as I continue to go through all the software solutions that I have become partnered with, and also just sharing tips and tricks that will be valuable, hopefully, to those who run businesses or those who have a product or service that they sell. So I'm just trying to set up a mini screen here so I can try to there we go. Get that. Okay. That way, if somebody has any questions, I can see it a little easier here. Streaming doesn't make it that easy when you're using a computer. So, today's topic is about... I actually never thought that I'd even be talking about this. But invoicing. How many of you have tried various software tools? I know I've used a lot of apps myself. I was trying to find ways to make invoicing super easy, right? So you might already have a CRM. If you don't have a CRM or platform of any sort, then having at least a robust invoicing solution should be in your toolkit. Why? If you don't, you're severely limiting yourself, as you know, especially when it comes to the time it takes to create an invoice. If you're using an app or something where you're having to basically build out your service every single time, and basically creating every invoice from scratch, how much time are you wasting on that? That time adds up. If you're spending 10-15 minutes trying to put as far as going through the process of building an invoice to then send to your client, your customer, I'm here to tell you that there are easier ways. And so the tool that I will be talking about solves a lot of pain points when it comes to keeping your product or your services nice and neat and tidy, in a way to where you basically all you have to do is just generate the link and message it, email it, text it to your customer or client, whoever's buying from you, and then what they do, like I use an iPhone, so when I've used it as a customer, the iOS interfaces it beautifully. So I put in my payment details, my billing information, and with that, and then it's easy. So as a customer on the customer side of things, it's super easy to fill out. And so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this is. And so this tool, it's called InvoicingYou, and I am a partner of this tool. And so that means when I say that I'm a partner for this tool, that means I'm an authorized reseller, for this service. So I have licenses that I could sell to those who are like, oh my God, this is something that's going to save me And so that's with each and every single software tool that I am sharing with you. So, invoicing you. Here's a few things. So I have a few items up on the screen here that I will kind of go through. So let's say you are a coach. Let's say you provide an ongoing service. So so if you are a coach of some sort, or maybe like myself, you have software solutions that are on a subscription based structure, then you can set up your products or your services for subscription billing. And you can set that up for, if it's something that's monthly, if it's something that's annually, you set that up once in here, and then for that product or service, again, when it's time to send out that invoice that first time, you just copy the link and send it to your new customer. And with the subscription options, then the software does the rest. It will bill, take over. It'll bill on whatever that day is per month, or whatever that date is for an annual side of things. So you set it, forget it, right? It does the work for you on that. So you're not having to do anything manually, because who does that? It also makes it very easy to calculate out your tax, and those who are across the seas over like Europe side, that you got the VAT that they have to deal with, or if you are watching this from overseas, that you have to deal with that. But it makes it very easy to set that up. Let's say you are selling something on social media, and there's another option that literally it will create a social sharing frenzy with group discounts. So you can actually set up a product or an offer that will have a group buying option, where it can kind of split up the costs from different buyers on that. And then what is one of my most favorite features from InvoicingYou is the ability to set up your products ahead of time. So that initial setup time is going to take a little bit, time to set up the product, but that's okay, because that's once you set it up, you're done with that. Then it's just a matter of just copying the link and sending it to whoever, and the client or customer will actually populate their information that will then pull into their account, and then boom, and all that. So you're not physically needing to ask them for their payment details. The software does that for you. So it keeps that entire every section of that transaction safe and secure with that. So but there's also some flexibility that is built into this as well. So let's say you have a limited time offer, and let's say you're giving a stupid deal to the first 10 people that wants to buy or wants to secure something from you. You can set up the invoices to ascend with each purchase. And so let's say for the very first person, hey, you're going to get a stupid crazy deal for $10. Buy now, you're getting this for $10, right? So the first person will get that $10 deal. Now what happens to the next person to get that deal? Maybe you have it set up to add another $5 or $10. Let's say, hey, with each purchase for the first 10 people, the price is going to double. So it's going to actually benefit you to make sure that you are one of the first people in on this, because usually when you are doing any sort of deal like this, you're not offering it anywhere else, right? So it's just a way to If this is a new product or service, easy way for you to recoup your cost, an investment. But then it also gives people, especially those who act, right? They don't need 10 days to figure out that they need to make a decision on this, right? So if you want to incentivize the people who take action, this is actually a pretty fun way to do that. So let's say that first buyer buys in at 20 or $10, and then the next person who buys in on this crazy, which is still a crazy deal, you can have it, the next invoice be $5, so, or $5 more. So now the next purchasers, they're at $15. And then the next one's at $20, and then the next one's at $25, and so forth, until you hit the limit. So you can set limits for 10 buyers. In this example, you could have set up for 50 buyers, and the price increases by $1 each time. You have the flexibility with this software to do that, to set it up to however you want to. So you can also set up invoice widgets. Now, I have not played with that feature just yet, so I will personally be digging into that a little bit more. But basically, that's where you can create a widget that you can then embed somewhere, probably on a website or a page funnel that you have. To where it'll give a little more information about whatever that service is, whatever that product is, and if potential buyer comes across that, then they click on it, and then it can then initiate that that buying process with that. And then it also has webhooks, which means that it can also be integrated with other applications. So it does support third-party integration. It integrates with over 250 other applications. So that is something that's actually pretty neat. So me personally, I use a CRM called Dipsado. I took advantage of a forever plan deal that they had. This would have been maybe last year. No, 2019 maybe, where I took advantage of that, to where I got 3 brands, three brands, and then I paid one price up front to eliminate the monthly recurring fees with that. So Dipsado, what I like about that is, or that platform specifically, is the fact that I have my 3 brands within that platform. So I have my David Anderson Weddings, I have my David Anderson Events, and then the Siouxland 360. And then each one operates as a separate brand, and the invoicing is separately within that. So I already have like my packages and different options built out within that. However, if I'm talking with someone and they have this kind of one-off thing that they want me to do for them, or let's say with the software options, it's actually a lot easier for me to just build everything out in InvoicingYou, and I can still use some automation to then still have a user account created within my Dipsado platform, but then still reaping all the benefits of using InvoicingYou as well. So like in this case, Dipsado has the ability to support all the invoicing needs, and it's connected to Stripe. But when it comes to if I'm having a conversation with you and you're saying, hey, I want to try this thing out over here, or it's like, hey, I'm in, let's do this, I can have a link over to you in seconds, versus me having to log into my Dipsado account, and then okay, let me select this thing, and then there's a lot more clicks and steps involved with going my CRM route, versus I already have all these different services built out in InvoicingYou. So I can just copy the link from the product or service, and then I can send it over, and then voila, it's done. the client or customer, they get to boom, buy their deal, and then it's just a matter of how I have things set up. How I even get that set up, then I can have other automation in place to get their account set up. So I can send them a link. Then I already have like a form that I can just manually input name, number, email. Boom, sends to Zapier. That will link to the other backend systems that I have to create the user account automatically. So then within seconds of me inputting that information in a form, boom, client has email with login, username, password information, training videos, everything that they need with that. So just, consider it. If you are someone who really does a lot of your business on social media, you have people inboxing you, hey, I see that you do this thing. How much is this thing? What can you do for me? Because I really want it. And then you're like, awesome. What's your details? Tell me what you want, right? Sounds like you're having this conversation in Messenger, right? And so let's say you're getting the deets. I'm like, awesome. And then you create the thing. And then in Messenger, maybe you go back into that conversation. You're like, hey, boom, check out these files. Is this something that you want? Do you like this? Let me know what you want different. And they're like, yes, but I need this to change. And you're like, awesome. You put notes in your Genius Messenger if you're already using that. If you're not, shame on you. You should talk to me. But once you have the project worked out, and they're like, awesome. And then again, you just boom, send them the link. You're not having to send people to PayPal, right? If they don't have a PayPal account, I guess you could use the Cash app, but there are some protections that you kind of lose going that route. But just with InvoicingYou, it connects to your payment processor. But again, it's super fast how you're able to just get that invoice in their hands, and then they can fill it out. So if they're whether they're on a computer or on a phone, it interfaces amazingly, and then that way you could get paid in seconds. Too easy with that. So that's a little bit on what I wanted to cover on InvoicingYou. My next videos that will be more in detail. I will be providing actual detailed walkthroughs, in the group that I will be launching as well. So I decided to kind of hold off on opening up the group just yet. But basically that group is going to be focused on tips and tricks around solving the pain points, around operating a business. And so, if you don't have if you don't have a big team, the people that I want to help are the people who have limited resources, as far as, not having a sales team and managers and whatnot. So if you're doing a lot of the work, the heavy lifting yourself, I want to show you how it doesn't have to be that way, how you can get a lot of your time back. And so literally with every single tool that I am sharing, every tool has a function and a purpose to give you back your time. So then that way you can focus more on the tasks that are going to generate you profit, generate you more sales with that. So again, I just want to be the guy that's selling the tools, the shovels, right? For the people who have an idea that's going to take them to the gold rush and get them to win big. So I want to help you win by whatever those pain points are. Let me know. I might do a Q&A call or live maybe sometime next week. So with that, that's it for today. As far as this tool, so far I've mostly talked about my software extensions that are on Chrome, and so far I've gone through. This is the second software as a service SaaS tool that's not an extension. It's an online-based platform, and there's different tiers as well to some of these different softwares. So there's like basic levels all the way up to like pro agency and whatnot. So if you happen to know someone that is in an agency, be sure to let them know about some of these tools that I'm talking about. And if you also are curious on, okay, being a software reseller, what's that all about? Send me a message, and we can just have a conversation about that. See if that's something that that interests you. I made a commitment that I was going to 10x my projects. I was going to 10x my income. I was going to 10x the sources of revenue that I wanted to create for my businesses. So that's something that COVID really kind of launched me into that thinking, and so that's what I've been up to the last half a year, maybe a little more than that. As far as reinvesting into myself, learning as much as I could, still learning as much as I can, and so there are more services that I'm going to be talking about, and they're really exciting. So these software tools, I'm still just warming up with that. So anyway, I have the ability to create bundles for you. So if and this will really just start with a conversation. So let me know, what are your pain points, what are the things that you need some help with, and I can create a bundle for you to save you even more money, because I'm a software reseller and I can do that. You don't have to pay what pricing says on the websites. Let's make a deal. How about that? But yes, I'm pretty excited on some other services that, yes, Mike, I have you to thank for this awesome tool. Freelancers, perfect tool, for you to use. If you're in graphic design, designing logos, I have cousins on Facebook that have dessert businesses, right? This will make collecting payment so easy, so quick, so effortlessness, whatever. So easy, Wesley could do it, right? Right, Wesley? Yeah, it's so easy. So with that, I did have a post on Facebook that next week I'll be doing a few lives at night to show you the other aspect of Siouxland 360. The reason I started Siouxland 360, so that's a little hint. I'm not going to give it all away, but just yet. So thinking maybe Tuesday night, because I think Monday I have a group call in another group I'm in for entertainers, the NAC, my brotherhood, where we're going to be learning about a topic that I will also be talking about, that I recently invested in, that I will be providing a service for those who need help with being everywhere all at once, even while they're sleeping, making sure that they're not missing out on leads. So with that, it's my sign to sign off. Thank you for watching and stopping by. Have a great and productive Saturday. I believe it's going to be me and Wesley today. So it's going to be a day where I might take out the smoker, smoke some ribs, make some connections, make it a great day. So with that, thank you, early birds, for watching this video. Thank you, Mike, for your coaching and guidance as well, and answering all my last-minute questions, random questions. I have a lot of random questions at times. Yesterday I did a recap on Genius Messenger CRM. So if you're seeing this video again, shoot me a message, and I can set up some time for us to talk, do a demo. Again, free trial with that. So you have nothing to lose to try out something that will give you time and make things way more efficient, especially if you are a solopreneur or small business. So with that, thank you again for watching. I will be back tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow morning I might be on the road, so it might be a light live edition. I'll have another reason I'll be going live tomorrow too. You'll see. I'll be switching hats tomorrow, and you'll see the wedding side of David Anderson. So with that, thank you for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Have a great day. See you next time.